Hello. This is Alice Kimberly from Bemis Crafty Corner, and today I'm going to be making a folio. So I have some pieces cut here. So let's take a look at what I have. So these are my scraps. Never get rid of the scraps, right? All right, so we have a few pieces here. Let's take a look. All right, so we have one piece, this piece, which is, it's cut from a file folder, and this one is 6 by 9. And then we have this one, which is 6.5 by 9 on one side, and 6 by 9 on the other. And then I have another one that is 6 by 9 here, and 5 by 9 on this one, and then I folded it backwards to get rid of that. And then I have another piece, which is just kind of an end piece that was left over. This is the end off of this piece. And I'm going to use this as a pocket. And I have some other pieces here that I'm going to be using. We're probably going to use these strips here to make some gussets. And I may use another piece of another file folder. So we're going to see what we're going to be doing with that. But I've decided that I'm going to use this book that I picked up on a scavenger about 2 months ago. And this is the Practical Guide to Dragons. And I'm going to be using the end papers because they're gorgeous and I love them. And the reason that I picked this is because, see these beautiful drawings? Look. So I'm going to be using some drawings from out of here. And I am going to be making myself a little dragon folio here. We shall see. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of painting on this. And that's just so that, if I put an image over this, this doesn't bleed through. So I have some tan paint. A nice big paintbrush. And I'm just going to get this on here. And I'm using tan, and originally I thought I'd use black, but then I said, if I'm going to ink anything on here, I'm probably not going to want to use black because then I won't be able to ink anything. So, probably should have used a small tray and a roller to do this because this is going to be a lot of painting. But, I'll just do it off camera and you guys can see it when I come back. But, get this other stuff out of the way here. So, since I'm going to paint this tan, I'm going to paint the whole thing. I'm going to paint the whole thing. Front, back, inside, outside, doesn't matter. It's all getting a coat of paint. So I'm going to get this painted. And then I'll be back. We are painted. I know, right? It's such a weird concept. So, so all of our pieces are painted. And everything is kind of ready to kind of be assembled. So, let's get rid of this piece. We don't need that piece right now. Let's get rid of that. And let's get our two halves. Okay. So, the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking our 6 by 9 and then our 6.5 by 9 that we put our flap on. We're going to miter the corner here on our flap. Okay. And then I'm going to line this up. Use my board to line this up. And then I'm going to put some glue on my flap. Okay. And then I'm going to line up this fold with this edge. And I'm going to line up that top line with that line so that I know I'm square. I'm going to use a bone folder to press this down. Okay. Now, see that? It all folds up. All right. So what is next? Well, next we're going to be putting our pocket in over here. And to do that, we are going to be just gluing around the edge. So we have to decide where we want this piece. Now we have some writing there. So I'm going to put my flap over here. But before I put this in, I'm going to ink it, okay? Because I need to be able to ink so let me get my saddle. So I'm going to ink this. And if you're going to round any corners or anything before you put this on here, now would be a good time. And we're going to be doing a lot more inking, but we're going to be doing that in a minute. So now I'm going to put glue down this side, across the bottom, and up the other side. And then I'm going to be putting this in. Now I don't want to put it right on the crease. I want to put it just inside the crease to this side. Make sure I line it up top and bottom. And then go ahead and press that down. Folder. And you can see I'm pressing out. And the reason I'm pressing out is so that I don't smush glue in. So I've got a nice piece there. I am going to round the corners here. And that's just to help this when I fold it in so that it sits a little better. So I'm going to be putting a very small round on that. There we go. See, it just brings it in a little bit. Okay, so we have that part. Now, the next part that we have is going to be this piece right here, and this is where we're going to put our pad in. So we're just going to put glue around 3 sides of this. Again, we're going to ink this at least across the top. If you're going to put a finger tab in here, which you really don't need if you're putting in a pad, you might want to do that now. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this. And I am going to round the tops of this as well. Again, it just makes it easier when I'm kind of putting everything together. So we're going to go down 3 sides here. And there's going to be a pad put in here. Try this one over. We're going to line it up. Just inside our folds. Once again, I'm going to use my bone folder to press all of this down. Oh, looking good. Okay. So now we have this piece, which is our half pocket. So this piece is going to come back on itself. So this piece is going to get stitched in, because this is going to come back as a pocket, okay? So we're going to turn this one, and it's going to get stitched in right there, okay? So this needs to get inked. This all needs to get inked. And this piece is going to be the piece that goes on the back. Okay, so we're going to ink. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to ink all along the outside edge. We're going to ink all of these inside folds, all of the outside folds. So we're going to ink this inside and out all the way around, okay? I'm going to go do that, and when I come back, we will move on. So, everything is now painted, inked, glued into its primary position. There's a couple more things we're going to be adding. We're going to be doing some pockets here and things, and I do still have some images that need to be cut. We're going to be making a bit of a change here, and that's to allow for the pad, and it's just going to be where we're going to be using the natural fold lines that are already in this document, in this file folder, to make that little room for the pad to go in. So that's it for the first shot here. We're going to be working on the rest of it when we come back next time. Until then, do me a favor, if you're brand new here, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. Go ahead and hit that red button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and then your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends, and after a while we have a community, guys. Until I see you again, please stay safe. Bye-bye.